telling my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. Yes, I'm in a different area. So I'm not able to show the plaque of by Blacks winning the accounting for 2025. However, you guys know that I am the winner. So again, want to say thank you for everyone that was able to vote and all that good stuff. And OMG, this week has been a very long week, and I decided, even though we had an eventful time in February talking about different things, I always wanted to make sure that I spoke about tax season, because tax season is in full force. And I want to make sure that you guys are ready and all that great stuff. So I have seven things to talk about the tax season. So if you're ready, boom, bam, bam. Hopefully you guys are ready. Actually, I'll say this. Regardless if you're ready or not, there are a few things that I want to talk to you guys about so you're able to understand what's happening this tax season. And also, I have to be mindful for the folks that haven't received all their tax slips. However, the one that we definitely missed, if you didn't do it on March 2nd, sorry, Canadianas, you missed your opportunity to get your RRSPs in and all that good stuff. So I'm so sorry. Oops, wrong one. Boom, bam, bam. So it is tax season, and just give me one moment. I'm gonna just do a little commercial break so you guys are able to be in full force of what's happening today. All right, hold on.
Don't let the CRA take more than they should. Here are 5 tax mistakes you can't afford to make. Don't fall into these common traps that could cost you big. Many forget to claim deductions like home office expenses or medical costs. Late filing means penalties. Mark your calendar and file early. Side hustle money still counts. Report it to avoid trouble later. Ensure you're eligible for the credits you claim. Keep all tax records for at least 6 years. Digital organization makes life easier. Avoid these mistakes and file with confidence. Need help? Email FitnanceIQ services for our questionnaire today.
Boom, bam, bam. And e-filing for me is in full effect. What is this? Hi, Jason. What are you doing? Okay. The taxes are going down. That is probably for Americanos, but in Canada, Trump is making it go down. The government is going to have money in our pockets. Thank you, Jason. But that's for Americans. I'm Canadian, so we can't relate per se with all that, but I appreciate your comment and all that good stuff. However, I just want for the Canadians, but I know for Americans, your taxes finish up on the 15th, April 15th. So hopefully this actually helps Americans or other folks in the world that's able to decide what they want to do. Because, I mean, what can I say? Taxes have to be done, but This week alone, I'm really surprised at how many taxes I've done this week, and I am excited for my folks to be ready for their taxes because I haven't seen you guys book an appointment. So before I do anything, contact me so you're able to get the questionnaire, and I'm ready to file. So just make sure you have all your stuff together, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. Either way, so rock with me, roll with me, and I'm just trying to situate myself because I think I want to. Now I think I have 7 things that I want to talk to you guys about. So hopefully you guys are able to take those into consideration. So let us do that. Okay. So first things first. And I want to write this down. I want to make sure I have everything written down for you guys. So numero one. Whether you have, so I want you to confirm your tax slip. So whether you have a T4, you have a T3, T5. I know with employers, most of you guys have them. They had until February 28th to submit them to CRA. Even CRA has been late. I've seen a couple people with Elections Canada, they didn't even have it done yet. They haven't submitted it. And I was like, you would think the government would submit it on time, but they didn't. So here we are. But if your employer is supposed to submit them by February 28th, there are going to be the T5s and T3s. Those may be late as well because they have until March, the end of March, to submit. But I feel like some people have already gotten them. So if you have physical copies of them, great. You're in a good place. If not, you got to wait, right? Also for folks that have RRSPs. So as I said, if you missed March 2nd, I'm sorry. But if you missed that point, but you did it before, like the first 60 days, the best bet for you to do is to actually just show your contributions on your bank or anything like that. Wagwan, Christopher. I haven't seen you a long time, you know. And how's the volume? Is the volume good? I'm in a different spot. I don't have my usual mic, so I am trying to speak as loud as possible. But greetings. So ideally, folks, you want to make sure that you have your tax slips, and folks that were in school, your T2202 tuitions, those are great. And if you don't know what, hold on, let me come closer and closer. Listen, I need you guys to remember your password to enter your CRA account. I need you guys to remember how to get into your CRA My account. Please, it makes things faster. It makes things faster for me. It makes things faster for you because they have your slips there. And if you realize that they don't have your slips, then you probably have a physical copy. Every year I have to deal with y'all like, I don't remember my password. Yo, write it down. We are getting old. Do you know how many things I have to write down? I don't remember these things. I remember mine because I have to use it every day. But I suggest you write it down. You have 2 options on how you're going to sign into it. It's either you frigging sign in like you're signing into your bank. I know some people are worried about that. Or write your password down. So as of right now, you're gonna have to call CRA, wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes just to just to get through. But it's okay. It's okay, guys. Like, it's fine. I'm not mad at that. Hopefully you're not mad at that either. And all that good stuff, right? And man, okay, if you are using the vertical thing, the way my face looks so close to it, but I will try to have like something to view so you don't have to look at my face so inner. But while I'm at it, I gotta create the poll because you guys know how I feel about the poll. But anyways, if you don't have some of your tax slips, just go on the CRA account and you'll be able to get that. The second one is for my self-employed people, them, or even if there's certain receipts that you're gonna that I'm going to need, or there's certain documents that I'm gonna need, right? First things first, if you have, the one thing that I like to talk about is medical expenses, childcare expenses, donations, moving expenses. If you moved because of work or school 40 kilometers, you have that leeway. And for my self-employed people, this is for you. I'm looking at you because you know why I'm looking at you like this, okay? I need you to be organized. So this whole week I've been dealing with Uber drivers or Lyft drivers. First of all, Lyft drivers documents. At first it was very confusing. And I was like, yo, who did this? Yo, Lyft, this is for you. You, please change your document for showing people's actually Lyft and DoorDash need to do better. You guys don't put the mileage, and you guys don't put like just make it easier to view things. Like, it's very confusing. But at the same time, if you're self-employed, it's your responsibility to make sure you track your mileage. And it's also your responsibility to make sure you track your expenses. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it today. If anything, I will do it later on. I have a different computer, so things aren't in the place where it normally is. But I do have it. It's just I haven't been able to add it correctly. Okay. So yeah, gather your receipts. I would say keep your things in one place with your taxes. Have a folder where you honestly have everything. You know what? Kamille's going to need this for the tax season. Boom. Let me put it in this folder. It just makes your life so much better. Make your life so much better. So what's the third one? Sorry. So gather your receipts and documents, and also, especially if your employer allows you to have your documents and stuff, you'd want that as well. Ooh, here is the lovely. I don't want to have a poll like that because I like this one. So what stage of the tax season are you in? I'll still say this. It is still early in the game for taxes. I'm actually really surprised of the amount of folks, but I have been dealing with a lot of folks that I can't say that that only have one or two tax slips. So their thing is really easy. Ooh, also gather your property tax or your rent. That's another document. What else? I'm trying to think. If you have rental income, have your documents together. If you have a business, have your documents together. If you if you have a child, that one I explained. And also, if you have a business, carrying costs. There's certain costs. If you have a disability, take care of that as well. I've gotten a lot of people that have been talking about disability, and have also been dealing with a good amount of final returns. The first time I did a final return, and that's when, someone has passed, was my mom's. And that was the hardest one for me to do. But now I'm doing them like all the time. So the poll is up. What stage of the tax season are you in right now? Have you gathered your documents? Are you waiting for your tax slips? Are you ready to file? And if you're ready to file, remember, just book. First, you had to get the questionnaire from me. Oh, I should put that in the show notes. I am going to put that in the show notes, actually. I think I have it open already. I have it open. Oh, I have so many tabs, but I have 3. I have 3 screens with me. It's amazing what 3 screens can do for you, right? And I promise this year I'm going to be more organized than ever. Probably going to have VA or someone to help me stay organized, stay up to par, because I don't want to miss the beat on anything. On anyone, sorry. I know back in the day I was trying to juggle everything, but this is why I have having this episode, so it's very clear, easy peasy for everyone, right? Easy peasy for everyone. For everyone. What else? So I have this one. Ooh. One sec. Oh, yes, here it is. Gather your... Ooh. Also, and this is something more on my end, not your end. However, I do like explaining this. Review possible deductions and credits. And that goes in the place of knowing which things to bring to me. I don't like saying write-offs. If you know me, you know I don't like saying write-offs, but I do like saying like tax deductible expenses, especially if it's someone that's self-employed. But medical expenses, okay. So let's say you make 150, okay? 150? No, I'll make it easier for my life. So let's say it's 100,000, all right? If you don't have at least more than $3,000 worth of medical expenses, you don't see nothing really, right? I know for the folks that make about 50,000, so that's like 1,500, right? So you'll see something. Medical expenses don't really do anything, right? But when we talk about like childcare expenses, yes, that does something. And I don't know why, Sierra. I don't know why the tax platforms do this. I believe if you're already written that you have a child, it should automatically know that you want to be that child to be eligible, whether it's like the youngest child, oldest child, and stuff. It should just be eligible. Sometimes it doesn't do it. You have to click it. Whatever. That's like me problem, not overall y'all's. Right? So whatever. There's donations. So donations, some folks believe that they will not see any benefits in donations. No, if you've at least given, I think it's 250. Hold me. Yes, so the first $200 dollars is 15% federal tax. But after that, it's 29, and 33% for high earner high income earners. So you definitely want to do that. Also, it can't be more than 75% of your net income. So I know there's some people that want to pull a fast one. So again, we'll have the same example. If $50,000 is your net income, you cannot donate $37,000. Don't do it. It doesn't make sense. You're not get nothing back. They will see it and all that stuff, right? However, if you think that your donations, and this is only for donations, is you're actually to carry for up to 5 years. So think about that. If like right now you don't have to use your donations all the time. You can wait 5 years to utilize it when your income's a certain amount and you want to bring it down, right? Or you want to reduce your taxable income or increase on your deductions and credits. Tuition credits. I don't know what people are saying on TikTok and talking about foolishness, but sorry, professional. I had someone ask me, "Oh, I heard that, with your tuition credits, if you have 30,000, you can use it all together." No, who told you that, baby? No. And I would recommend, this is just a recommendation. If you don't want to listen to me, cool. You don't have to listen to me. But I don't see the point of using your tuition, your federal tuition or provincial tuition, until you're in a higher tax bracket, what will reduce your taxable income. Don't use it right now. I literally had to tell someone, why would you use your tuition credits when you barely made anything? Literally. Wait until you get the job, because you're going to school, you're going to have a higher income, and then you utilize it. And practically, CRA does it for you, right? So I'm not sure what misinformation is coming through with TikTok and stuff. I try my best not to give out misinformation. But I don't know. There's some folks that are trying to pull a fast one on TikTok to do. Wait, please slow down. Am I talking too fast? Sorry. My bad. I will slow down. So basically, donations, the first 200 is amazing. Well, no, the first 200 is 15% federal tax, and then it goes up higher, 29% or 33%. Boom, bam, bam. So I would say, especially if you like donating, it is beneficial for you guys, right? And then we have union dues. Big up to any professions out there, whether you're a teacher, nurse, technician. I've seen that. Oh, technicians, some have the highest amount. I acknowledge that. What else? If you're a psychologist, therapist, RMT, those people will be having union dues. So make sure you give me the union dues, okay? Yeah, and I think a lot of people miss out on deductions because they don't realize that they're able to utilize these credits. So utilize them. What else? Especially, and I'm sorry for the folks that missed out March 2nd. I'm sorry. But I did mention it earlier. I did have an episode in January, so you guys didn't miss out on this. Check your RRSP contribution. Actually, oopsie. I'm going to edit this. I have to edit this because it's not only RRSP, but it can also be FHSA. So these two contributions will reduce your taxable income. I find this very beneficial for anyone that makes 80K and more. I've seen someone that made less than 80K ones and was doing RSPs, and it actually was a disservice more so than anything. So I would say, hey, if you're not making 80K and more, think about your TFSA, right? TFSA is a better deal for folks, but I understand there are folks that they only know about the RRSP, or the new one is FHSA, and that's the first home savings account. So the FHSA is treated like a RRSP, but it acts like a TFSA when you're withdrawing the money, especially if you're using it for a home buyer. Side note, if you guys just bought a first home, please tell your tax specialist. please tell them. Because we're not going to know unless you mention it, right? There's nothing on CRA that will show that you have a first home buyer. You bought a first home, so please mention that, because it's the same thing, the same concept with deductions and credits. You don't want to miss out on that one, especially that one. I'll mention other credits afterwards as well. What else? What else? Okay, so we have the RSP. About to speak to my self-employed people again, because I adore you guys so much that I want to make sure that you guys have your things up and ready, because I enjoy I don't want shoe boxes. I don't want a bag of stuff. I find we seem to forget with a small business, or not small business, having self-employed income, you accumulate expenses every day, week, month. You can organize it before the tax season. You can get Waves, you could get QuickBooks, you could get, what is the next one? FreshBooks. Or if you want to use a business template that I've provided you guys, anyone that has been working with me for the last 5 years at least has received a business expense template from me. You can utilize that every year. I don't need to give it to you again. But so you want to make sure you organize your self-employment income. You want to make sure you your expenses. And again, I don't like the word write-off. You cannot write everything off. Stop listening to TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, or all of them people that love to say, yeah, you can write off this, that. No! Stop. I literally had someone's wife say, oh, why can't they use the internet as a write-off for Uber? How are they using the home internet for Uber when they're driving outside? You cannot use business. Oh, I should have left it open. Business expenses in the home. Yes, there's certain people that can. That's the folks that work from home, or even the folks that have a business from home. Yes, absolutely cool. But not everyone can. Okay, you have to be very mindful about that. So stop listening to these TikTok and all them people that talk about foolishness too, because later on, CRA is gonna bite you in the ass if you use it incorrectly. Okay, do you want to do that? Do you want your life to be stressful? No, no. Let's not be stressed. Why do we want to have stress? Stress isn't cool, right? So let's just think about that. Also, again, I want to just make sure that we're clicking on the poll. Like, which stage are you in tax season? I'm reminding you each and every time. Click, do the poll, I'm not sure if the folks on the phone can see it properly, but please. So again, track your income, organize your expenses, keep your receipts because you have to keep them for at least 6 to 7 years. And CRA can bite you in their ass. And just do basic bookkeeping, which is the template. Waves is free. QuickBooks and FreshBooks is not. Okay. And you guys can do it throughout the year. You don't have to wait till the end of the year to do that. All right. What else? So it's very important, very, 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 very important to understand the important deadlines. We've missed one. Okay. This is not like 2020 again, where we were pushed back a little bit. April 30th for most Canadians is when you have to submit your taxes. Or and I know someone's gonna be like, but Kamille, I haven't done my taxes in years. Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Nothing is going to happen if they owe you. If you have a refund, you're kind of safe. If you are having a balance owing, you aren't safe. And I wouldn't recommend waiting because you're just going to be giving them interest. And I don't know about y'all. Do you like giving them interest? Do you? No. So and the interest is dirty. Trust me. Like I've seen someone, again, maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago, they submitted previous years, right? Like 7 years. I did like 10 years for them. And the one of those years, let's say 2017, they owed, oh my gosh, the interest and penalties alone was wild. And I also have to remind folks again, if you owe not this year, but previous years, the interest alone is going to be a lot. I remember being blamed for not saying what the actual amount was, but at the same time, I am not sure how much it is, especially if you owe from previous years. I'm not going to do the, like, I could tell you the calculations. Hold on. Let me tell you the calculations. Interest and penalties. So right now, interest with balance owing as of right now, let's see, and I'm going straight from the CRA. Okay, so late filing penalty is 5% of your 2025 balance owing plus 1% of your 2025 balance owing for each full month late, up to 12 months. Repeated offenders, late filing penalty is 10% of your 2025 balance owing plus 2% of your 2025 balance owing for each full month late, up to 20 months. So if you were penalized, in 2022, 2023, or 2024, boom, right? They're gonna catch your ass. They are going to catch your ass. But I don't know what happens if you ignore it for a while. There's actually, I shouldn't say I don't know. I've acknowledged folks getting garnished and all that stuff. So please, if you are having a balance owing, please pay it on time, or ask for at least you can request to cancel or waive penalties or interest. Oof. But you can also actually I have to send this to someone. So I'm going to leave this there. But you can request to cancel or waive penalties or interest, but you can also just talk to them, call them up, have that discussion, right? So April 30th is really crucial for folks that have a balance owing, right? For self-employed folks, your deadline is June 15th. However, if you have a balance owing, which most of you may, the only time you get away from this is if you have both a business and a job. I don't make the rules. It's just basically you haven't paid any of your taxes throughout the year and they're catching you at the end. So as someone said to me the other day, it's either you deal with it at the front end or you deal with it at the back end. Which one do you prefer? Okay. Yeah, so June 15th, self-employed folks can file. However, if you have a balance owing, you have to pay that balance owing on April 30th. So you might as well just do it early. Let's see. Also deciding, even though I'm gonna do a shameless plug, right? Decide how you will file. Obviously there's so many options. I am actually really surprised on how many people still use H&R Block because I think they're trash. Yes, I'm gonna say it. Please don't sue me. Actually, I changed my mind. I say they're trash because of how they charge folks, right? But I think that's more so for the folks that want instant returns. You're being charged an arm and a leg. I don't think if you're getting a refund, this is my personal opinion, if you're getting a refund, I feel like you could wait 2 weeks. At least, right? But you're going to be paying out of your ass if you do that instant return, right? There are different ways that you can use. I see people using Simple these days. There's TurboTax. So there's the tax software. There's TurboTax, Simple. Everyone and their mama love Simple. So there's their taxes. I see how the infrastructure is. I think it's okay. But I'm used to TurboTax. I'm used to UFile and Profile, and now I'm getting accustomed with Tax Circle. For any of the tax specialists that are watching, between Profile, which is $700 if you're only doing T1s, not T1P or whatever if you're doing Quebec. Tax Circle, their pricing is kind of ideal if you want to cut costs. So if you just want a T1 from Tax Circle, it is $575. No, I'm not. Dang, I ain't getting no credits for this. However, whichever, $575 or Profile $700. Because I'm so accustomed to Profile, I just work with what I have. But I am having a learning curve with dealing with both. So there's so many tax softwares that you can use, right? Or you can go to a professional tax preparer, tax specialist, tax accountant. I believe the more complicated your taxes are, you should go to someone. Would I love the folks that have simple taxes to do theirs? Absolutely. My record for doing a tax is probably 8 minutes. And I would love to catch some of those 8-minute taxes because that means high volume and I'm able to manage it. And my AFR, so autofill returns, is finally working after 3 years of struggling. 3 years of struggling, it's finally works for me. So my life is just going to be so much easier. Right? But I believe if you have a complicated tax, you should get someone to do it, a tax specialist, or review it with review it at least. If you want to do it by yourself, do it yourself. You should at least have a tax specialist, a tax preparer, a tax accountant review it afterwards. And if you want to book an appointment with me, by all means. Right? So, but that's my theory. Like you're going to be able to get some, me personally, and I can only speak for myself, I try my best to educate folks when they're doing their taxes. I know last year I said I was going to do a tax summary. I realize I can't do everything by myself. So I'm going to try to do the tax summary within a week of doing your taxes or put it in right away. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet because I'm not there yet, but I am hoping and praying, especially if I get a VA, I would have them do the tax summary, or I could do the tax summary afterwards. It's just the booking and all that stuff. There also has an option of doing a volunteer clinics. However, I think with the volunteer clinics, you're only eligible if it's simple. And this year, CRA has given an option that you can do your taxes on CRA automatically. I still think it's ideal to have someone review it. You don't know what you don't know, and CRA is definitely not going to tell you if you're missing something. They are definitely not going to tell you. So, be mindful. So for folks that are self-employed, folks that have foreign property, folks that have rental property, it might be ideal for you to take a look, right? What else? Is that 7? I feel like, let me make sure that it's the 7 things. Actually, I do remember something. I was asked for my Forex or traders to have a discussion. So I just want to make sure I wrote down everything. I want to make sure I have talked about everything. Because as much as there's been a lot of people that have done their taxes already, there is a possibility that you've missed something and you're going to get a notice of assessment or reassessment. Actually, notice of reassessment because while you've done your taxes so quick, there's a possibility you've missed something and you can either change it or they can just do a notice of assessment. And then you have like 30 days to You have 30 days to challenge them. So just be mindful about that. They talked about the RRSP. They talked about I talked about important things. Ooh, yes. The budget. So I don't think I had the opportunity to talk about the budget. But hold on. You know what? I need to make my life easier. So I have the budget up. I'm not going to show it. It's 493 pages. I don't know if you guys want to deal with that, but Lord of mercy. So there's the first one is there's the middle class tax cut. So before it used to be 15%. Now it's gone down to 14.5%. I thought it was going to be an advantage for folks. I thought I could be mistaken, but based on what I've seen for certain folks, I've seen them get less back. I had to go deep dive in it, but like I said, I'm supposed to be only dealing with these people for 15 minutes. I'm not able to go deep dive into their stuff to be able to see why it's actually a little bit off. But I would say for the folks that they keep forgetting their deductions and tax credits because they're not mentioning everything. Just be mindful. Ooh, hold on. I'll give you guys a little commercial break because I decided to create something where you're able to. I think I have a cute checklist, so I want to show you guys my cute checklist to see if this is up to par. Hold on. This one? Or is it this one? Oh, it could be this one. Photos. This one. Nope, not that one. I feel like it's this one. Oh yeah. Hold on. As I said, I would have opened up something. Sorry, I got distracted. I am going to talk about the budget still. I just want to show you guys this. I wonder how it's going to look on this vertical. And I am showing the vertical because I'm trying to view how the vertical looks because it looks crazy, fam. But we'll see how it looks. Okay, so as I said before, okay, it doesn't look bad. T4 slips or tax slips, I should say. Tax slips. T4 slips, T5, T3, tuition receipts, medical expenses, childcare expenses, rental income, business income, boom, bam, bam. See, it's so pretty, so cute. So these are things, but I am gonna give you a checklist, especially if we haven't sat down together. I will give a checklist, because I think the checklist is essential for you. But let's go back to the budget. So the middle class tax cut. Did you guys really see a difference? I'm not sure. Oh gosh, I was doing something. I don't know why I was doing that. Okay. So make sure. There it is. So I wrote it down. So the middle class, 14% rate. So ideally. So 22. Oh, something froze. Oh, I froze. Why did we freeze? Hold on. I do have too many things up, I would say. So let me close some things. Let me look at settings. Ooh, I froze, but we're still going. Golly Bob. Okay, so this is still going. No! I still think you guys can see me or hear me. For the longest time, I thought it was going well. Ooh, okay. So give me a second. Oh yeah, my thing literally froze. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Aha. Ah, I'm back. Sorry. I don't know what happened. The computer froze on me. But I'm back. I'm back. Damn. So the middle class tax credit. I wonder if I can do this again and see if it doesn't mess up. Ooh, I have another ad to do. Actually, with that ad, that's what froze my computer. But we're gonna try it again because I have to do this ad. I don't think I posted it on my thing just yet. Where did I post it to? I'm getting distracted. I know. I'm sidetracking. My bad. I didn't mean to get sidetracked. Middle class. Okay, so the middle class. Okay, also, so they have changed. So we used to have the GST HST. They actually changed it to groceries and essential goods credit. I don't think a lot of people are happy about it, but I feel like in the years to come, it will increase. So if you're expecting your GST HST, it's not going to be there. It's going to be the groceries and essentials tax credit. You still have a chance to get the Ontario Trillium, but that is based on your income or if you rent and have property tax. What else? So then the housing measures aim at supporting first-time home buyers. There is an incentive. You guys are kind of getting a potential tax relief on certain new homes. I can't remember if it's $1 million or over $1 million, but that's something that they have going on. Government's expanding automatic enrollment for certain federal benefits. Ooh, and also I was mentioning before, CRA is automatically filing tax returns for some eligible individuals. Basically the ones with simple. But I really think simple, you know? So it all depends on you, but dang, hold on. It's because my computer semi-crashed. Okay. There it is. So The budget 2025 proposes removing, this is maybe, proposes removing GST on newly built homes up to $1 million for the first time buyers, with a partial relief up to 1.5 million. And this could save eligible buyers up to $50,000 when purchasing a home. Okay. So I mean, if you're planning, so here, if you're planning to buy your first home, please utilize the FHSA. The limit is $8,000 each year. If you missed last year and missed the previous year, you still have an opportunity. So plan wisely, right? With doing that. Automatic autofill. Certain things like that. There's some that, like, out of the 493 pages, there are, and for the middle class tax cut, it actually benefits 22 million Canadians, and you're saving up to 840 per year. I'm just hoping there's a benefit for us single folks. Not that obviously I'm not hating on the folks that have children. Of course, if you need help, by all means. But sometimes, us single folks don't get nothing. Oh. So I'm just representing for the folks that are single, right? However, I also want to say, if you are getting a refund or benefits, that means the government is helping you with your lifestyle and stuff. And I really want people to strive not to do that, because that means they are, I feel like once we get these benefits, it means they're kind of struggling, and I won't want y'all to struggle. I want you guys to be able to fund your own life. That's why I always strive, use your TFSA, you utilize the RRSP if you can, especially if you're making 80K and more. Utilize the FHSA, so the Forced Home Savings Account. Make sure you have your documents, make sure you have your documents fix up and things. And I heard I know the states have like the same situation, but yeah. Ooh, I have a tip for you guys in Forex, futures, crypto. I know some of you guys think, oh, why do we need info? Because you guys are still going to be watched over and stuff. I would say track your activities. So the folks that are trading futures and options, those T5008s are a bitch. If I see you with at least 10, and I just kept scrolling yesterday. I think this gentleman had 30 transactions, right? I'm charging you extra. I'm joking, not if it's the AFR, right? Just be mindful about that. You should track your history, because there's going to be a time when CRA connects with crypto or Forex, they're going to ask you for that information, right? So have proper record keepings. It's very essential. I am going to dive deep into a topic like this. I'm not going to do it today, but I just wanted to remind y'all that this is for you. For the ones that want to learn, like, track your things, because you don't want to get sideswiped as well, right? When Sierra all of a sudden is like, excuse me, I want to see what you made. I want to see every possible way, and then fast to it. CRA, the biggest false person is an insecure person, and CRA, they want to know everything. They want to know, oh, did you buy a house? Did you sell a house? Did you sell your principal residence? No? Oh, you had a business? Oh, how much did you make? Oh, let's check just in case. I don't know about you, but I don't want that trouble in the streets, and I am trying to show people also, like, yo, stop trying to beat around the bush or try to do a fast one with CRA. Or if you're trying to do that, I'm not the one that's going to help you beat around the bush with CRA, because at the end of the day, my name is on those tax receipts or tax returns. So no, I'm not the one. So please, if you don't get T4s from your employment and you're a person that gets like money from trading, and that's either a business income or capital gains, please have those records. Do not use your TFSA to not use your TFSA to have a business income with trading. They will catch your ass if everyone says, like, oh, don't worry about TFSA, you don't ever get taxed and stuff. That is not exactly true. Yes, you won't be taxed on anything that you take out. However, there is tax withheld if it's a foreign asset. So like if you have ETFs that are American, European outskirts, you have tax withheld inside. So if you have foreign dividends, you will get taxed within. So, and also if you are active, really active in your TFSA, as in like doing trading and stuff, they'll catch your ass. They will actually, like, remember your SIN number, anything that has your SIN number, anything that has your bank information, CRA is fast. They already know. So just, I need you guys to be mindful about that. Okay. So just keep track of your transaction history, your trade confirmation, your exchange statements, kind of use the average overall, and your wallet activities for crypto. You never know. You never know when they're going to come to bite you in the ass, right? So I just want to be mindful for that with you guys, because I didn't want you guys to say, like, oh, Kamille, you never talk about crypto or Forex or futures. Keep track of that ish, because it's important. Okay, but I will definitely have a conversation about that later and stuff. So, I feel like, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to give you guys a questionnaire, right? Yes, I was. Don't worry, I'm almost done. So my e-file is working. I have different. I actually have a different thing. So I'm gonna see if it actually works. So hit me up at taxes@FitnanceIQ.com. Hit me up there, boom, bam, bam, to get your taxes done. Or sending me your taxes. I'm really gonna try to have this thing set up. Honestly, I was trying to prep all February for this. I tried something that didn't work, so I had to pivot to something else. But I did send out a newsletter today to show you guys that, we ready. You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to do it here. I know who has it. I just sent it to him. I was harassing his life. So hopefully it works. So I'm gonna click it afterwards. Post a comment. Can I post it from here? Well, let me see if I can do this from here. Boom, bam, bam. Boom, bam, bam. So click on this. I'm going to put in the show notes. If you want to get your taxes done with me, please email me here. Click on the questionnaire. The questionnaire I get automatically. If there's any other ways to automate, let me know so I can just be able to be aware of everything. And yeah, hopefully you guys are not going to have a stressful tax season. I already know my tax season is going to be stressful. I'm literally working every day for the next couple weeks. 2 months. Basically, for the next 2 months, I'm working every day. Obviously, there's going to be days that I'm going to have off because I'm going to ACBN's thing. Hold on. I wish I remember who I sent it to so I can show it to you guys. Fast, quick. Oh, I do remember. I remember. I remember who. I don't think I have it saved on my computer. That's why I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it like this. I am not doing it like this. Sheesh. Give me 2 seconds, y'all, because I want to be intentional with you guys knowing what I'm doing throughout the month. I'm not doing a lot. I'm doing one fun event this month, one relaxing event this month, and one business event this month, as far as I know so far. The fun one I'm going to tell you guys next week. Perhaps. There might be a pre-recording. I'm not sure because the relaxing week is next week. And I'm not sure. So bear with me. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm taking longer than I expected. Because I get distracted. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure you guys are aware of what's happening in the tax season. You guys can do it now. Please, I sent you guys the questionnaire so you can click it, be able to think about all the things that you need. So the most important thing to me is that you guys have your receipts and documents together, especially my self-employed folks. Don't worry, I'll have a separate one for you guys in a bit because I always be talking to you guys ever so often. So, and at the end of the day, if you are late with doing your taxes, I just hope and pray that you guys don't owe, because you're going to put yourself in a worse situation if you owe than if you didn't owe, right? And just do it every year so you don't have to struggle or you get like swamped. It's not as stressful as you guys think. I try to strive not to make it as stressful. If you've had a stressful experience with me, I apologize. If you don't have a stressful experience with me, great. Emma wants some testimonials. Holy shucks, guys. This year, I am asking for testimonials. How do I do that off the rip? I want testimonials. I feel like I've saved many people's lives and maybe caused some stress to some of y'all too. To be able to get a testimonial, put your testimonials for me so I can share it, please. Yo, today I'm gonna put a testimonial part in my website because I'm tired of you guys not saying. That's just my rant for today. However, sorry, as I am jibber jabber, chatting, here is what I want to show you. And then is the last thing for me. Make sure you guys check. Okay, it's over there, so I can put it over here. Make sure you come through. It's gonna be in Mississauga. I don't go to the west very often, but when I do, me make sure me look nice and sweet and things, you know. Boom, bam, bam. So make sure you come to the symposium. That is on March 21st from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Will you see me the whole time? Most likely. Stay tuned. Maybe I might be there at 10, to be fair. Coming from all the way Scarborough. But however, if there's anyone that's going and they want to pick me up and they're going on time, please, by all means. So big up ACBN, big up Empowered 4X, Detail Nightings, um, Sheridan, and Alterna Savings. Oh, why, thank you, young man. Make sure you guys are there. Like I said, I'm not always in the West End, but I always love to strive to help this. And this year, we're talking about building wealth by leveraging AI. And I'm not saying we're building wealth, so we're able to utilize it because I don't know about y'all, but this AI thing is going to mash up enough of us. So let's strive to learn it, utilize it, not have it control you, but you able to control it or leverage it so you're in a better position than ever, right? I really strive for us to learn it. So please come true. And like I said, you'll see some beautiful people, especially me. Yo, actually no, I can't talk about that. Let's see. On that note, folks, first things first, please set up your CRA account, and it will make our lives easier, as in you and I, when you do that. And especially if I have authorization with your thing, then it's easy peasy, right? So at the end of the day, documents. Gather all your things, put it in a folder. I wish I had a folder right beside me, but I don't. But please organize it. Going forward, let's just organize our stuff, or put it on like your computer, put it on a USB, or ask me throughout the year, Cam, can we just like have a folder strictly for putting my documents? And I'm cool with that. And just prepare before filing. Yeah, that's all I can think of. And I will do my best to help guide you, making your life. You must be here at the beginning, brethren. I'm joking. Just kidding. So documents, okay, so I would say tax slips, and thank you for asking again. I'm just joking. Guys, remember, I know Nanu. This is my friend. How we speak to each other is very aggressive as fire signs. But the certain documents, so if you have donations, have your donations. If you rented or if you have property tax, have that. I think for folks that want to make sure, is it the unhoused benefit? No, that's not the right saying. There's a saying, unreserved, unoccupied, occupied, or vacancy, house tax. What is that word? Okay, so you have to submit your property. Here. I actually gotta put this in the chat as well. Bullshit. So for folks that have to avoid having vacant home tax, please apply. I just sent it the thing in the chat. And it's a lot. I think I've seen someone pay a hefty amount if they didn't claim it. let's see. Use municipality to determine that your house is vacant, right? Oh man, especially for the snowbirds. You guys love to shout. You have till April 30th. So that's another deadline for you. Oh, let me take this off before everyone think I'm really a bully when you're the bully. Oh, I wish I could know the tax. I'm going to find out. I'm on the site. Paying the tax. Oh, it's 3%. Yikes. Yikes. 3%. No, this one's important. This is 3% of the property's current value assessment. So you really, if you do have a home, you want to apply for this, please. I don't want to see you guys get charged. And I've seen like people get charged like $3K, $4K because they didn't apply. You're literally just clicking on this right here, looking at your property tax thing, and just giving that. Done. Simple like that, right? So please don't forget that. So the documents, so if you have donations, you have your donations. If you have house or property tax, you have that information. If you have children, you have that information, especially childcare expenses. If you have medical expenses, you have that information. As long as it's 3% of it. If you're a professional or union dues, you have that information, and RRSP contributions and tuition. See, easy peasy. And this is something that it fully writes on it, that the purposes for tax receipt, purposes of tax. Anything that you see that has purpose of tax, just put it in a folder. Anyone that gets a brown envelope from TRA, open it first, because you never know what they're talking about, and talking about that. And what else? That's the only documents I can think of. So yeah, I mean, when you do the questionnaire that I just sent in the chat, I'm gonna put in the show notes. It will show you certain things so you can think about it, and also telling me how you found me and stuff. So if you really truly found me through YouTube, you might get a little special. So just click that at the same time. But yeah, I really want to help as many people as possible with their taxes. Throughout the years, I have had many tax episodes. Sometimes we have a great experience together. Sometimes we don't, because there's just a misunderstanding, and it's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm not for everyone. I'm cool with that, but I might be for you. So come true, click on this. Click on this so you can get your taxes done. And I'm glad you're able to watch this before you get your taxes done. Okay. And that is all, folks. So make sure, oh my gosh, you like, comment, subscribe. Every week I get a new subscriber. So please come true. Okay. Peace, love, and everything. And let's have a less stressful tax season. Or buy me matcha or coffee so I can survive. All right.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free.